Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is Pyramids Under the Ice. It was written by Josh Harwood and his friend Jason West. Josh is the game master, and this is episode 2. The recap will be given by me as my character, Dr. Zosimos Galanis. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Evlogite, Father Damielos. Well, my journey has begun. I am very glad to have been able to receive your blessing directly before I left, and I am inclined to believe that this is going to be a tumultuous journey. We left the port city of Invercargill in the south of New Zealand, heading for the coast of Antarctica, aboard the Prophet, a cargo ship with enough room for cargo and crew, but apparently not enough to have an adequate medical bay. I've been forced to use one half of the cabin occupied by my good friend and colleague, Dr. Henry Court. On the docks, I made the acquaintance of a man named David Palmer, who, as it turns out, has been assigned to protect me from what, I don't know. He seems a fine fellow, quite attentive in his duties. After settling in, we were called to the mess hall for an orientation. There we met the rest of the expedition crew. There were a couple of fellows I recognized from their YouTube shows. A cryptobiologist, Dr. Jacob Napier, who you might recall was able to produce the clearest footage of a northwestern Sasquatch on record. I still think that it was probably faked, but he seems like a very nice man. There was also a large Norwegian fellow, Jorgen Johansen, who kept offering people lutefisk and aquavit, which demonstrated to me at least that he has a sense of hospitality, even if what you are offering is stinky fish. Next, there were two fellows who seemed joined at the hip, as if they shared some grand humorous conspiracy, like boys they were. Dr. Leroy Curtis, an archaeologist whose career is laid out like an Indiana Jones film. My guess was that he had been in a bad relationship with one of the females on board, and that he was unaware that she had also been assigned to our expedition until he entered the room. His colleague was the Pointy Pyramid Egyptologist, Dr. Angus Hawkins, who was made famous also by YouTube. My guess is that if you need something done and you're not too particular about how it gets done, these are the men for the job. Our orientation consisted mainly of introductions with the expedition leaders, Robert and Olivia Carlyle, and Professor Samuel Worthington. We also became acquainted with the representatives of the Peary Industries who were funding this expedition. Patrick Thorne seems a bit one-sided, but I can understand. He is more concerned with money than artifacts. They kept referring to some sort of structure that had been discovered beneath the ice near the South Pole, and a race of naked humans that somehow survived in this subsoil environment. Most remarkable, and something I would like to verify and study if possible. If humans are able to adapt to these sorts of extreme conditions, then there's no telling what our frontier holds. After that, we spent a rather pleasant evening, chatting and drinking, and eventually I retired to my cabin with Mr. Palmer conscientiously watching over me. All seemed fine until sometime in the early hours when we were awakened by shouting from the deck above. We raced to the upper deck only to find Dr. Court at the far end shouting something at someone in German. He seemed out of himself. He said something about hell taking him, and then he fell overboard. In that moment, time seemed too slow for me. I tried to run as he backed towards the railing. I saw him teeter. Would that I were a bird, that I could fly to save him, but I was too late. I heard the splash, and I knew my friend was gone. I knew some effort should be made to save him, but I also know, as did any sailor aboard that vessel, that no one could survive in those icy waters, and that it would take far too long to retrieve him. If we were able to recover the body, however, I will do what I can to determine the cause of his irrational behavior. It's true that when we checked to see who he was yelling at, there was nobody there. I want to make sure this isn't some kind of a mental breakdown or a virus. Dr. Court seemed perfectly normal only a few hours before. He was in good spirits. I must know what has caused this. May God have mercy on him and welcome him to his kingdom. As always, I ask your blessing and continued prayers for myself, for the crew of the Prophet, for the expedition into the unknown, and for the eternal rest of my friend and colleague, Dr. Henry Court. Yours truly, Dr. Zosimos Kalanis.
Thanks, Tom. So, by now, everyone on board is scrambling around. So, if anyone was asleep, they're awake now. And basically, what does anyone want to do in reaction to what has happened?
Well, I want them to try to recover the body.
Well, I'm pretty sure you did a spot hidden and you couldn't see him, if I remember rightly.
Well, and we kept moving, so it was...
Yeah.
Well, I if I can speak to the captain, I tell him he was acting irrationally. We really should try to recover the body so that I could try to determine what it is that caused this.
The captain will have been at the back, will have come down to the back to see anyway, so you'd be able to speak to him. So we can't turn back now. We're already behind.
Behind what?
Behind schedule. We're on a schedule.
From memory, me and Angus are still relatively drunk.
Yeah, but you are on the deck now. So.
Yeah, we're lucid, but we're just like, why is everyone yelling?
If there are, Captain, certain diseases and substances that can cause hallucination, and without the body, I can't determine if there is some sort of danger on board the ship.
Well, we have some diving gear, but
well, we can't dive. It's too cold, but surely he'll float for a while.
Can you see a body?
Well, it's 3 miles behind us now, Captain. You haven't slowed the ship down at all.
By the way, the captain is heavily drunk, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I should point out the captain has gone to bed and the wheel is now being run by some other fellow from the crew.
He is awake. The captain's at the back of the ship.
David, is
I was going to say the captain's talking to him, like, yeah.
David, is there something that you can do?
Well, had they responded when we immediately called to the bridge, we might have had a chance. There might have been a slim chance at rescuing him, but with such tardiness in reaction, I think we're just going to find a body. Do we have any sort of radar, something that could detect surface objects on board?
No, I doubt it.
Fish finder? Not on this ship.
I don't imagine that we're going to rescue him, but the body would be useful for determining if there was something wrong with him.
True.
I mean, this is what my specialty is finding out. So
we need to recover him so you can do a full autopsy. We have to find out why these people are dying. Something, I mean, other than him drowning and freezing, something else might have been going on with him.
I'm also aware that every moment that the ship continues lessens the chances of us even finding his body. It could have drifted half a mile by now.
Me and Angus are going to go find Sammy, just so you're aware.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Question for the GM.
Yes.
If I look at the apparatus of running the boat, can I see anything that's obviously a brake or a slowing down device of some sort?
Yeah.
I mean, there's usually just a throttle.
Yeah.
All right, I take that and put it in reverse or neutral. I will put it in neutral first.
Well, isn't there
So
somebody?
we can slow down.
I was going to say someone's in the brig, isn't there?
There's no
Bridge.
one. If you had gone up, if you like you said you've gone up there, no one's actually manning the ship at the moment.
Right.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
That's not encouraging.
Okay, so now we're going backwards.
Well, currently we're in neutral. It's not a good idea to just go from forward to backwards all at once.
I'm assuming you're going
Do
to.
you remember that movie Spaceballs from a long time ago?
I'm assuming, Jorgen, you'd be communicating with them over via comms and stuff on the ship.
Yeah.
Did we collect samples of, Jorgen, I think you collected samples of the mud. Didn't we find some mud near his feet?
Yeah, I did. I have it in a little sample jar.
Most peculiar.
Well,
the captain does say, the problem is if we go back, we might not be able to find him. And then we're just behind on schedule. Even more.
what, by 2 or 3 hours?
Yes, but every little helps, to be honest. I want to just get on with this and
Well, it's your ship, but I highly recommend that we try to find that body.
well,
I concur.
This is not sentimental. This is medical.
well, I guess you could, if we can't find the body, there's always his cabin.
Well, despite being Norwegian, I know very little about sailing, but isn't there some sort of ethical consideration for men overboard and such things?
Yes, if your captain's not heavily drunk and not really knowing what he's on about.
Excuse me, and I leave. And I am going to go look for Mr. Jacobs, was it? No, Patrick Thorne, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Thorne.
Well, while you're doing it, I'll go to Hawkins and Curtis as they're going to find Samuel Worthington.
Here we are.
You'll have found him. He will be probably half dressed, wandering the decks. So.
Okay, so we sort of find him, and can we pull him into his room?
Yeah, you can
to
pull
talk
him
in
into
private. Yeah. Hey, Sammy, you hear what's happened?
Yeah, I heard what's happened. Why did Court go overboard? That does not seem like Court.
Look, well, from what I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a little bit drunk from our last chat. But look, it kind of looked like he was seeing something, hallucinating or something, and then he like jumped off the back of the boat, or I don't know what happened. But look, it's making me think. We were talking about, you said the last people who did the first kind of expedition, the scouting thing, which he was a part of, they all killed themselves.
Yeah, it is.
And supposedly he was, the last one left.
Well, technically he's not the last one left.
He's not the last one.
Well, there was the crew who were already stationed at Henderson, and as far as I'm aware, there's still at least one person manning that station.
Right. Okay. Look, I think first off, I think you need to keep the suicides and everything. I think keep that between us. Do you agree, Angus?
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't want that getting too far out.
Yeah. But look, I something smells fishy to me, other than the looped fish. Can you guys hear a whale?
I'm hearing something.
Yeah, there is
Is that a-
definitely.
Is there
I can
whales?
hear a whale. It's like
That's the ship's pit bull being upset because she's not getting any fish.
um.
I
So
have
yeah,
brought some sardines up on deck.
Oh. So yeah, keep that between us. Is there a can you take us to where where's the hold with all the kind of equipment and
Yeah, I
everything, all
can.
the boxes and crates?
I can take you. Yeah, there's two. We got the bigger storage, and then we got like the minor storage areas.
Okay. Because he had dirt, he had mud on his shoes, which I'm like, the only place I could think of he could get mud on his shoes is if there was something in storage that already had
Mud. That's quite odd.
I mean, it makes me think of Dracula, when he was shipping the coffins full of earth. I mean, if we find that down there, I'm freaking out. Like, I mean,
I would just say, have you noticed that the crew are not very on point?
Yeah, where's your security at? You had a guy go overboard and nobody showed up. It was just us up there.
Yes, very weird. The security's not. We've got all the security, and they're not reacting.
and I'm pretty sure your captain's drunk.
It's all.
So
It don't feel
Well,
right.
actually, drunk doesn't even begin to cover it.
guys, I'm hearing voices. Jesus, I've drunken way too much.
So
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot I was not in the same place.
it's fine. We're not hearing things anymore.
Jorgen found the intercom.
Yeah, cool. So let's, Agnes, do you reckon we go check out the storage?
Yeah, let's check out the hold and hopefully we'll see some dirt on the floor.
Yeah, maybe it's cracked into some of the crates or something like that. Let's go have a look. You with us,
Okay.
Sammy?
Yeah, man. Okay, as soon as you do that, I'm gonna go to Dr. Napier.
Sweet.
Well, I'm still standing out on the deck, trying to see if I can find a body. I have binoculars. I'm just looking out there, seeing if I see anything floating out there.
Do you want to do a spot hidden?
Okay. I actually got 60, and I have a 60 spot hidden.
Yeah, you don't see anything other than occasionally there's a splash, but that could be anything.
Okay. I'm gonna call out, yell, Dr. Court, are you out there? Anybody? Nothing.
No reply.
I'm gonna
Anything else you want to try?
No, I'm just gonna keep looking through the binoculars and see if I even find anything.
You'll probably just be seeing a lot of birds or whatever goes on. But you won't see anything out of place or not ordinary.
Okay. And at that time,
What time is it? Isn't it middle of the night?
Yeah, it's early morning, maybe now. By now, it's probably maybe 1 in the morning. 1 or 2.
So unless there's a moon, he's not going to see much of anything.
A gibbous moon.
Yeah, there is a moon. It is quite there's a moon. It's quite light considering, but it's not like anything where you're going to be able to see for miles.
What's the weather like? Is the water choppy or is it?
The water is kind of steady. The water is very steady, so it's just. And there's no wind, which is unusual because you're getting closer and closer to Antarctica, but there's no wind. It doesn't even feel that cold, to be honest. So we'll go to Jorgen in the where he is with the captain stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll be approached by the person who was meant to be at the helm, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, no one was at the wheel. I thought that was probably bad. So, since there is some interest in recovering the gentleman's body, I thought I would at least slow us down a bit.
Yeah, but I would. But if I do, the captain, I don't think he wants to do it. So I don't want to get.
Well, to be honest, I don't think the captain knows what he wants at the moment. By the way, would you like some sardines?
No, thank you. No.
Fine.
If you don't mind,
to be honest, I don't think the captain's in much of a proper mental state to make such decisions.
Well, I guess if I walk out the room and you turn the ship around, it's not. He kind of shows you what to do. Because if you want to do it, I'll just say I was out doing something.
Well, if you take 2 minutes to teach me how to drive these things, I must remind you that there is a reason this is called a crash course.
Well, you're not going to really be doing any damage out here. There's nothing for quite a while.
Well, all right.
I just don't want to risk making the captain any more pissed off. He'll be a little bit pissed off with me if I'm left and someone's taken.
As near as I can tell, this is forward and this is nothing and this is reverse, and then the wheel goes like this.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
All right.
Okay. Jorgen, if you're going to take... Do you want to do a look roll? I'm not going to make you do a fucking pilot
I would
roll.
love to. Let's see. Spike hidden. Oh, yeah, that was an extreme.
Okay. Yep. You will have no problem. You've probably never done this before, but you have no problem over a while. You'll have turned it around and heading back in the direction where you've lost quite a bit of time on if there is a body to be found.
Very true. I'll get on the tuck it into a tube or electronic thing, whatever they have these days. And
there's a system that you talk to, and it will go to everyone in the ship. So.
Oh. Can I selectively do that? So I'm only talking to those guys.
It kind of goes everywhere, but I would say there's probably some for where the rooms are, and there's probably a button for the ones that are on the main deck and stuff. So there's probably ones.
All right. As far as I know, that is the main deck, correct?
Yeah.
Says the player. Yeah. All right, then I will call the main deck and say, all right, I have good news. I am at the helm, which is not necessarily the good news, but I am going to turn us around and we can start doing, I don't know, I think they do circles when they look for dead people. Like hunting deer, when you've shot them.
Okay. So, as you've relayed that message, I will go back to Dr. Z and David Palmer.
All right. So I've gone down to the deck where our room is, and I can see that the thorns are just a few doors down, and
Yep.
I'm going to knock on the door.
You get you get a quick response, and you've got Patrick Thorne stood there.
Ah, Mr. Thorne. There has been an accident. Dr. Court has fallen overboard. I'm sure by now he's dead, but I've highly recommended to the captain that he recover the body, and he seems determined to ignore this. And I believe that he is drunk. What kind of an operation are you running here?
I just paid for the cheapest personnel. So.
Are you the highest authority in charge here?
I guess, yes.
So are you going to do something about recovering the dead body of Dr. Court?
How important is it? Because you probably know his stuff. You'd be able to use his research and stuff. Is it really that important?
I can't believe that this is your attitude towards a man falling overboard and dying.
I'm a businessman, and I only go where I need to go. And by turning around and going after... By the way, as soon as he says that, the boat has started to turn around, and you can, like... And it's just like... We're spending a lot of money already, and by just delaying it, it all comes back to money, Dr. Galanis.
I'm away from him.
I'm standing next to Dr. Z. From a business perspective, it would be prudent to recover the body. We are seeing one by one people committing suicide from the location where we are headed.
Well, what are you talking about?
We are the.
Wait, is that common knowledge or?
I'm not aware of this knowledge.
No, I don't. I think, as far as I remember, it's only Hawkins and Curtis who know about the.
Okay.
I was going to be like, shit. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I've been waiting for somebody to say something with my ears.
Oh.
My character would be extremely interested in that one.
All right. Okay, sorry. I plot. Line.
David, what the hell kind of people have we gotten ourselves in league with?
I'm not sure. The security team seems to be equally as unengaged in their job. It seems very unprofessional here.
I am going to go find the Carlyles. They are scientists. They are intelligent human beings. I'm going to go directly to the Carlyles.
Good call.
Yeah, they'll be. You do remember seeing them back on the main deck. They were.
Oh, okay. So they were upstairs.
Yeah,
they came up. All right. So I'm going to head back upstairs.
Okay.
I don't understand the ethics of these people. That's all they think about is money.
Makes no sense.
It makes dollars and cents, but it makes
you'll see the Carlyles. When you get to them, they are actually like talking in between to each other about something. But the closer you get, they kind of just.
I think by the time I get to them, I'm looking around. I'm seeing that the ship is turning. We have no way of knowing whether we're actually anywhere near the place where we actually were 10 minutes ago. So the idea of recovering the body is probably never going to happen. I'm completely flabbergasted. So I've kind of lost my ability to talk.
You and Palmer will see Napier like just looking out at the edge. But before we get to that, I will go to Hawkins and Curtis as they go down with Worthington.
Hold.
So you'll go down there. There's actually like no map. It's just like, it's a big open area with the engines, and then you just go through that, and you've got the hold at the back.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, as you get down there, you notice that the security people seem to be talking to the crew about something. All of the security team are down there, except from Palmer.
Ooh, what's everybody doing down here? Like somebody just went over the rail up top, and
Up
everybody's
top, and you're all
down.
down here. Fucking excellent job, gentlemen.
Yeah,
You-
top
you-
notch.
You hear one of them pipe up, and it's the guy you remember who was taking the notes. That is Kane Hunt, and he's like, "Well, we know there's a situation up there, but we're dealing with a situation down here."
What kind of situation down here, man? So much
Well-
that you just disregard a guy's life. He just
Did
splashed.
someone open a crate of lutefish?
No, a couple of the crew found two of their crew members hung in their quarters.
Which two?
It's just two of your regular. I think they're called Sanders and Hopkins.
Okay.
So it wasn't.
They
Lee.
just
It wasn't.
they're just two of what's the name? They're just two of Hansen's crew members. That's all.
Okay.
It's still terrible. I mean, I don't want to just disregard it. Like, oh well, I guess whatever.
Yeah, like so that's 3 suicides tonight.
Yeah. That's.
And
Yeah,
I
and
give Sammy a look.
And also, the most interesting part about it is they were the two who piloted the helicopters of the 5 people who returned from the surveillance. That's also
Okay.
why we're down here.
Okay, I'm gonna lean over to Angus and I'm like, something ain't right here, man. That's there's too many coincidences.
Man, who's left out of that? I mean, you got some people.
Well,
that are
Sammy
down
said
in
there's.
Henderson.
Yeah, Sammy said there's one guy left. Who's
Sammy
still
is with you.
yeah.
He goes. It should be Mac as far as I'm aware. He's
Has
just
anybody talked to him?
we haven't been able to get a hold of him. But as far as we know, he's been setting up and dealing with things at the station.
Who's in charge of the hold? Like, who knows what's in here?
Who know? That would be Jonesy Marsh, who's one of Hansen's.
Is he here?
He's probably in the hold, actually. So.
Okay, well, we need to go talk to him because Croft, before he jumped, he had mud on his shoes and on his feet. So we want to see if there's any dirt or anything in one of the crates or something like that. That maybe he's gone into a crate. And
Okay. So are you guys going to walk past everyone and go straight to the hold? It's literally just straight on anyway.
If nobody's going to stop us, I guess we'll cruise on.
yeah,
They all seem busy talking to the security seem to be like
I-
interrogating, interviewing.
can we kind of like go so we're out of sight, and then I sort of stop Sammy and Angus and try and listen into kind of some of the conversation?
Yeah, you can if
So kind of stop them and make it.
Yeah, you'll go
Yeah.
through a door and you have to open the door and then you'll be able to. But there's actually like a small corridor, then there's another door into the hold. So and then it doesn't seem to be anyone in that corridor. So if you want to make this,
Yeah, I will do that.
I'll give it
You
a
might as well do it as well. Like I'll
Yeah.
gesture to you to. Yeah. Oh, 10.
69. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, good number though.
So Leroy, what you hear is so you telling me that these two men committed suicide right outside, right in the rooms where you all sleep. While you were all sleeping, no one heard these two men get up and hang themselves in the middle of the room. You were all asleep as far as your witness statements. None of you heard this. None of you heard them move the chairs into place. None of you heard them kick the chairs open. And then the crew, that person that you hear and the crew member who he's talking to just goes, "No, we didn't. We didn't, sir. Didn't hear anything at all." And that's all about, pretty much it's the kind of same conversation that they're all having.
Okay,
Leroy. What they say.
I relay that to Angus and to Sammy and sort of go, and I'm like, guys, I got a really bad feeling about it. And I mean, I wasn't too chuffed to see Thorn on here, but I think there's something going on. I think I mean, excuse my French, but I think someone's trying to fuck us. I reckon we got to stay close. We trust no one. Because yeah, I mean, that many people committing suicide who were on the last surveying mission and stuff, and this, I mean, there's weird shit going down. Just the story itself of, like, you know, the naked people in the ice, and just, I don't know, I got a bad feeling.
It's definitely something going on. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to. Why? I don't even know why I signed up for this in the end. Just I was promised a head roll.
Yeah.
Let's go check out what they got packing down here.
Yeah, let's go have a look at the hold.
Okay, as you guys head on to the hold, I'll go. I'll go to Napier quickly. Napier, are you, when you see Dr. Z and Palmer, will you go over to them?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so as you'll go over to them, I'll go to Jorgen and just see what he's doing first.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to scan the controls as best I can, and especially look for the turn on gigantic searchlights controls, and also hopefully the make a gigantic noise and wake everyone up alarm switch is clearly marked so I don't accidentally turn it on.
Yeah,
and
everyone's awake anyway, as far as you're aware. So.
Oh, well, that's probably true. And well, as far as that is concerned, then I will see if I can summon Dr. Z to the bridge.
Yeah, you'll be able to just. So, as you do, if you're going to summon him through the intercom, I'll. Wait, Napier's just gone, so I'll stick with you. The helmsman will come back. The helmsman will come back in and just say, "You doing okay, Jorgen?"
Oh, yeah, sure. Would you like some sardines?
No, I don't. I told you last time, I don't want sardines.
How can you be a seagoing man and not like fish?
You get a bit sick of it after a while.
Not if you're Norwegian.
Okay.
All right, well, I will ask Dr. Z to come to the bridge, and then he and I can go wherever it is we go, and have at it, sir.
So I'll go back to Dr. Z, Palmer, and Napier then. So all three of you are together now. So.
Somebody is calling me to the bridge? That sounded like Jorgen.
Yeah, I heard. That's what it sounded like to me.
I don't understand. He's a biologist. What the hell is he doing up on the bridge? I'll go up there. Maybe if he's on the bridge, then maybe he has managed to force the helmsman to bring us around. I can't imagine why the ship is turning. We're never going to find the doctor.
I've been looking out here and I haven't seen anything. Just, a little bit of water moving, some dolphins flopping around, but nothing. No bodies, no nothing.
I think it's a futile effort now. Too much time has passed and too much distance.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's not unusual for people to have psychotic breaks, but I'd like to know. But if we can't, it's a horrible loss. He was a great man.
Now, there's definitely something strange. The dirt on his shoes, there's no dirt here. There's something's going on.
Yeah, what was that? Have we taken a good look at that area of the boat, the ship on that side, to see if there's any other evidence? Scratches or...
You didn't see, when you did, because you did it at the end, you just saw the dirt. You didn't see any signs of anyone being there, anyone else being there.
Yeah, but we didn't really look, did we?
One of you did, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Well, we're heading up towards the bridge.
Are we heading that way anyway?
Yeah, we're walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Napier,
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if you saw, but Dr. Z and I, at least I saw, what seemed like Dr. Court speaking to something. Dr. Z, did it seem like he was talking to himself or at something?
It seemed like he was defending himself and yelling at somebody who was on the deck.
That's how I took it. Bizarre.
I didn't get what he was saying. Some of it was German. Some of it sounded like gibberish, but he said something about going to hell or to hell with you. I don't remember clearly.
Is it almost like he was talking to a spirit of some sort or a demon or
Talking to a spirit. No, it sounded like he was talking to somebody who was on the deck but out of view of us, just around the corner, just there on the back. And he was backing away from them.
But we were there.
It's funny, the mind plays tricks. Did he have something in his hands?
not that I remember.
Holding something. Did he have his hands up like this, like he was being held at gunpoint? I don't remember. It's strange. All that
Do you
time.
want to do like an idea roll or something? See if you'd remember.
Okay. Yeah, 97. I can't remember. It's all foggy.
I missed it by one. Could I do a luck?
You could spend a luck, yeah.
Wait, let's see. Am I luck weak? Ooh, I am luck weak. I don't know if I want to spend a luck.
It's fine. It's just really to see if you remember, so it's all good.
Well, I passed my idea roll with a 64 out of 80.
Oh yeah, you'd have got, so you might have just got a glimpse of it. So from what you can maybe recall from a glimpse, you did see the fool with his hands up. So
You know, Doctor, vaguely I remember he did have his hands up as he was falling overboard when I was coming up the stairs.
But it wasn't like his hands were down and he hit the rail and threw his hands up.
No, his hands were up and he was falling back.
That sounds, yeah.
Either there was somebody there, or he was having some sort of hallucination.
by now you would have reached the bridge, probably.
Okay.
By now.
So I don't know if you knock on the door. We just open up the door and walk in.
The door is
already
open.
All right. Jorgen, what are you doing? You're sailing the ship now.
You do see the crew crew member.
Well, I just figured an incompetent man behind the helm is better than nobody or a drunken captain.
To be honest, I think this whole ship is filled with incompetent people. And I look over at the helmsman and I say, no offense.
Yeah, it is already seeming sort of odd, and we haven't even been doing this for a day.
This piece of crap downstairs who is paying for all of this, all he cares about is money. He doesn't want to delay the ship at all to go back and get the body. I don't think that.
So this is all.
Anyway, I think the helmsman should get us back on track because there's no way we're going to find the body now.
I sadly agree.
He didn't have on a life vest.
You are no doubt right. So at least it's all being done on the cheap then, is what you're saying.
I'm going to turn to the helmsman and say, how experienced are you?
I've been with Hansen for 8 years now.
Well, no offense, sir, but that is not exactly a ringing endorsement.
Well, I'm sorry, who's Hansen again?
He's the captain. Hansen's the captain.
Is this normal behavior for your captain?
He hasn't been, he used to drink, but he never used to drink heavy until he was, you know, the surveyor group? He was a third helicopter pilot. He did, because the other one got ill, so he took over and was a third helicopter.
So
And
he
ever
not only pilots the ship, but he pilots a helicopter.
Yeah, and he does the ship as well. But he's never usually this drunk. It's ever since he came back.
Okay, so you say that he hasn't been the same since he's been to the mainland in Antarctica.
Yes, since he's been to the Henderson station.
How are the other crew? Are there other people on board that are experiencing any kind of strange behavior?
Well, I would guess you would have. I'm fine. I was on the boat, but I would say maybe the only other two people from this crew who went over there are Sanders and Hopkins.
Sanders and Hopkins, they're crew members downstairs,
Yes,
down below decks. I shall have to go and see them.
Dr. Chin Wu is the ship psychologist. Would he have records of maybe anyone experiencing traumatic, I don't know, depression or some delusional something?
It's a long shot that it's anything like that, but we should definitely talk to him if we suspect that there's some sort of psychological element in this.
Guess you could talk to him. I don't really know him. I'm just a crew member.
Yes, I wasn't talking to you anymore.
He's kind of
I think you should probably get us back on course if you can.
Yeah,
Dr. Yorkin.
He'll take over.
I have a question for you, sir, before Dr. Z and I leave. So you were saying you were on the ship during the last expedition. Some people came back mentally ill.
I wouldn't say ill, just not the same.
Well, how is not, in what way? And how many? Like 50%, half, 3/4?
Well, the people who were sent by Apera Industries, so I'm assuming Dr. Court and the other surveyors, they seemed perfectly fine. It's just the captain, he started drinking more. Hopkins and Sanders seemed perfectly fine.
He's a helmsman. He's not exactly qualified to make some sort of psychological assessment.
Well, this is true, but depending on the extent of unwellness. All right, well, doctor, I would you like to converse further or simply...
I think that one thing, it's very late. It's very late, and I don't think there's much that we can do till morning. But we should find a list of the members of the crew that were on board, that have gone onto shore before. I seem to recall something from long ago in a journal about people becoming ill when they went to Antarctica. Like it's very likely there's some sort of virus or germ that is locked in the ice. I mean, you would understand this, Dr. Johansson.
Yeah.
We need to keep an eye out for similar behavior in other members of the crew. Not to mention ourselves. That's what our destination is.
This is true. Well, I assume also there could be some sort of isolation-induced mental instability. The South Pole is not exactly a haven for social activity.
No, but the members of a crew on a ship are used to tight quarters. They're used to.
Well, this is true. Well, anyway, good evening to you, sir.
I can check the security records of the crew to see if there's any listings in there of past behavior, or I don't know.
What did you say was the name of the two crewmen that were also
Sanders and Hopkins.
Sanders and Hopkins.
All the crew, all of us crew sleep in the same bunk areas. So.
No, downstairs. Yeah, down below decks, as you say. Yes.
However, I will just warn you. For some reason, there was a massive gathering of the security down there, and they were talking to some of the crew. So I don't know what's going on.
So is something more important going on down there than a man going overboard?
I don't know. There's always security, but yeah, come to think of security, I wonder if Miss Dr. Hawkins and Dr. Curtis are anywhere around. I did see them on deck. They seemed to still be inebriated. Hopefully in the shuffle they didn't fall overboard as well.
Okay, as you say that, I'll actually go back to Hawkins and Curtis because that seems like a. So,
Okay.
are you two going to go straight into the cargo with Worthington?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much where we're at this point. We already we overheard it. I don't think there's much in between the group of security and the cargo hold.
So as you enter, straight away, you kind of just see this guy just punching in midair. He hasn't got his top on. He's just punching. He hasn't got any shoes or socks on.
Is he shadow boxing?
Check him out, Leroy. Yeah. Shadow boxing.
Hey, Chief.
What brings you guys down here?
You in charge of all the crates and all the stuff in here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jonesy is the Welsh one, and I can't do a Welsh accent, so don't.
All right, yeah, but that's all right. We're looking for. I mean, I'm assuming you heard what happened up on top deck.
Yep, and down here, I'm just sticking with the cargo. It's my job, so.
Well, look, Crofty seemed to have some mud on his shoes and on his feet. We're just trying to work out where that mud came from and what was going on there. We're wondering if there's any, if he came down here, opened any crates, or if there's any crates that might have some earth or mud or something like that with it, or.
I haven't seen anyone. I take shifts down here with Miss Smiley, and I haven't seen anyone in my night shift. So.
How big is the hold?
Very big, but the only way in is through that entrance that you guys
Okay.
can.
So if we were to kind of dig around ourselves, it's going to be a while.
Yeah, it'll take a few hours probably to properly inspect everything.
Eesh, that sounds horrible.
And we're still kind of drunk.
Plus, it's starting to wear off. I got this wicked headache.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
You guys could always.
Can I see any mud on the ground or anything?
Do you want to do a spot hidden just to?
Yeah. See some muddy footprints or something like that. I got a 44, which is un momento. That is a pass. That is a hard pass.
Yeah, you don't see anything like that. You don't see none of just from like a quick glance and probably like a very quick walk around, maybe. None of the crates, nothing seems disturbed. No mud anywhere. And if you talk to Jonesy, he would just say that there shouldn't be any of that kind of stuff in the crates. Nothing mud related or anything. No dirt.
What kind of stuff is in these crates?
Just machinery, extra equipment for the labs, medical supplies, and stuff like that. Just stuff for the Henderson safe.
Is there any boxes with Thorn written on it? Or?
Well, because should have gone round. There is actually a small box with Thorn on it. Yeah,
small box with Thorn on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm open it.
Okay. As you go to open it, Jones is like, "What are you doing with Mr. Thorn's box?"
I'm inspecting it.
Mr. Thorn has Leroy's box. Fair trade.
Okay.
I take a 20 out of my wallet and hand it to Jonesy, and I just say, "You didn't see anything."
He's a man. He don't make a lot. He don't make a lot of money, so he just takes it. He doesn't need any bribery or anything. He's
Cool.
been
So
here for a while. He's
I
pretty close.
I open the box.
Yeah, you open the box. It's actually quite easy to open, and yeah, you see like there's like this bag, and in the bag there's like a see-through box, and in that see-through box there seems to be skin. Yeah, like
Oh, it might be his
skin.
face, bro. Maybe it's his leftover face.
Oh, dude. Right. He keeps his face in a box.
And there's like some other equipment, but from what you can gather from seeing the face and that, it's probably all to do with reconstructing if anything goes wrong.
So it'd really suck if this fell overboard. Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Leroy.
Yeah.
If we could find a way, how big is this piece of skin?
You've seen his size. It's enough to go along that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say we just find a little piece of our skin to swap out, so when he throws it on, he's actually wearing us. It becomes funny. With like a just between us type thing, but yeah.
Maybe we do luck rolls to see if we've got enough skin to cover it. There's a doctor on board, right?
It's getting late.
Yeah.
Grief, man.
I am going to take the bag out of the thing and just sling that over my shoulder. I'm going to leave the box with the stuff. I'm going to take the bag and fit what I can in the bag of the reconstructive stuff. I'll just take it with me.
Yeah, that's fine. Sam seems all for what you guys are doing. He kind of thinks Fawn's a prick anyway. So, are you two gonna just head out the hold and back up, or?
Yeah, I think so. There's not really much else we can do because what we were looking for we can't find, and as you said, to do a proper search is going to take us a long time.
We'd be exhausted by the time we got through it.
Yeah.
The journey's quite a long one anyway, so you got a few more days to be able to.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I'll go back to the other four if you guys are just heading back up. So I'll go back.
Yeah, we'll head back up to our room.
Dr. Johansson, is that sardines I smell?
Yeah, for some reason, I cannot find my lutefisk. I hope someone has not absconded with it.
Oh, I love sardines. If you don't mind, I'd love to have one.
Oh, absolutely.
Are they packed in
Here,
tomato?
have a whole pack.
Are they packed in tomato or mustard?
These are olive oil only, but
Ah,
I always have mine with mustard and horseradish.
That's the best.
yes, that's not bad. I like sardines. I am thinking that we need to determine who on this ship we can actually trust, because something is very wrong here. And
Yeah.
I think we could probably use those two cowboys, because there's no way that they are part of this nonsense.
No, I've seen a special and read several articles from Dr. Curtis, and he's definitely no joke. He's a well-accomplished archaeologist.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think I see them down at the end of the hall.
Yeah, because
Stumbling
you guys
in the
Oh.
direction.
Speak of
Yeah,
the
you
devil.
you'd have all gathered back in the where your like living quarters are.
Yes, gentlemen,
What's happening, Dr. Z?
would you join us in here, please? I know it's a little cramped, but we're having a discussion.
Hey, Doc, you got any aspirin?
Of course I do. But how are you having a hangover?
Yeah,
I have a special little thing I can give you for that.
Oh,
Before you
mucho
go in-
gracias.
Before you all go into the room, can you all do a spot hidden as you're all in that hallway?
98.
I got a 00. So
I got a full
I am
on a-
looking for whatever it is I was going to give him.
I got a 4.
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
I got a regular. I surrendered to the 4.
I failed.
Okay, so
Hard pass.
Curtis, Hawkins, and Johansson, you will all see from. I've got just have a quick. From the room next to the greens, so there's the red space. So on the map, it's Dr. Court's room. There seems to be some water seeping under the door.
Hey,
Hidden at the room you're in,
Angus.
Dr. Z.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Angus, shouldn't that shouldn't be happening, right?
Well,
Yeah.
what is going on?
There's
Is it-
water seeping out from under the door.
Is it coming out quickly or just sort of dribbling?
Dribbling, but there is like a puddle because there's a step over the doors, but there's like a little puddle outside of Dr. Court's.
Is this going to be
Yeah.
like a situation where I open the door and it floods the whole thing? Like,
Unless the water has suddenly risen outside 10 feet, we're not in that.
Well, I will just knock on the door.
We'll just open the door.
we know there's no one in there. It's cross room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I thought we were in front of their room.
No, we're
Well, yeah, let's go through.
All your stuff's in there, isn't it, Z?
well, you said Dr. Green's room. I mean, you
Yeah.
said the Greens,
It-
not
yeah,
Dr.
it's next-
Court's.
It's
Yeah.
Dr. Court's. It's next to the greens.
Yeah, it's Dr. Court's
I
room.
just said it's next.
Oh,
to
I
the
thought we were in Dr. Court's.
Did you go into Dr. Court's?
Well, that's where I thought we've been sitting.
That's
because
where I thought they were, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
um,
Before, look, let's just rewind.
well, wait. Let's just say that we weren't. Let's say that we were in our room,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
and that I was going to go to Dr. Court's to get something for.
There you go.
The hangover.
So-
Okay. Cool.
Then
There we
I
go.
do notice the water.
So, well, by now you've all noticed the water under the.
Kitty Nelson, what is this? So I open up the door.
Okay. As you open up the door, there's a sudden rotting smell.
Found the
Jorgen, would you close that Luke Fish shit again? Oh, my
And
God.
there's like a small.
That's
of-
not what we're smelling.
There's a small pool of water like covering the because obviously there's a step, so up until the top of the step there's like a small pool of water that goes all the way along the room.
So there's like a decent
Yeah,
Was
there's
like
like a,
submerge of you know.
was the sink left on? Let's find out. I don't see it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, or a bathtub, if we have bathtubs, shower.
what you do see is in the bed there is something under the sheet.
Mm,
I will go pull down the sheet and see what's under there. Maybe they have a water bed and it's leaking.
has anyone seen the thing?
So you're
I have
actually
to say, the Norwegians did not do well in that movie.
that old fashioned movie.
Yeah, yeah.
From
So if
Star-
he's gone into the room, I'm ready to slam that door closed.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
still in the hall.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Throw back the sheet to see who's in the bed.
So Jorgen, as you throw back the sheet, it's Dr. Court, but a slightly rotted corpse of Dr. Court.
That's a sin check.
That is
but what the fuck?
Whoa.
Well, I managed to hold my sand because I'm a doctor,
Yeah.
but at the same
I
time,
pass.
Oh, well. I failed the dritz out of that.
if you failed, roll a d4.
All right.
how is this possible?
If you pass,
Three.
don't take anything if you passed.
So hang on. The water is that coming from the body? Like, is that?
Yeah, it's dripping from the body.
I'm going to very carefully go forward and not touching the body. I'm wondering how could it be rotted, because it was just it was less than an hour ago.
Also, how did he get here?
So I'm carefully.
Yeah, there are a few things wrong with this picture.
I'm carefully peeling back the clothing and so forth with my very long forceps.
Yeah. Do you want to do some roll to? Are you trying to get a sample of it? Or?
Not really, not yet. But I want to take a closer look.
Do you want to do a medical?
Yeah, medical.
Dr. Z, I will be right back. I'm going to go get my my sample kit and take some samples.
All right. I got a 15 out of 80, which is an
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this body appears to have been here for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's in a state of rotting, basically. So you've only seen him an hour or so ago, but now it looks like he's rotted. That's what you determine from it. It's a rotten
And I
body.
can absolutely determine that this is Dr. Court.
Yeah, you could tell by his face. You could tell by his face in certain bits, and he has
the tattoo, the Zosimos and Henry Forever.
Yeah, he has.
Is Sammy still with us?
Yeah, Sammy's with you, and he's looking a bit shocked.
Me and Angus give each other a look, and we're thinking the same thing. And then so we kind of we want to kind of move away so we're not kind of being noticed as much to get back to our room with Sammy.
I would say everyone is probably distracted.
Preoccupied, yeah.
Napier, what are you doing? I just want to, because Palmer would probably. Palmer, are you with Dr. Z?
I'm staying to Dr. Z's side, letting Dr. Z do what Dr. Z does, but I'm starting to just sort of scan around the side of the room I'm standing on. Does it look like there's some sort of something weird go on, or things messed up? I start just scanning the room with my eyes.
Before I come back to that, if you just do a spot hidden, like just a Johansson, you went to go get your equipment, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Napier, what are you doing? Are you in the room or?
I'm in the room, and I'm going to assist Dr. Z if he needs any assistance.
Okay. So, what did you get?
Failed miserably again. Not
you're
very good security guard.
You're probably tired. You could probably say that you're just tired. So, by now, Johansson would have probably rushed back, and you'd be back in Dr. Court's room.
Excellent. All right. Well, I would like to take samples. Blood is not available at this point, but can I reach in through the ocular canal and find some brain tissue?
Well, before we do anything that's drastic, we need to... Yes, we definitely need to get samples. With my really good medical roll, what can I determine anything here? Like how long? You say he's been dead for weeks.
Yeah. You can you would probably be able to tell that he didn't die by drowning.
That'd be easy enough. Yeah.
He didn't die. But there was because from close example, even though it's rotting, you can kind of see that there's like a large wound in his neck,
like he was shot.
Or it doesn't seem as like that. It seems more like someone stabbed him, like always stabbed himself, or someone stabbed him.
Well, I'm looking at that then. and trying to determine. I think he was stabbed, but we didn't see anybody stab him.
May I please assist you, Dr. Z / GM?
Yeah. If you want to do a medicine roll or something like that.
Yeah. It just requires that one of us makes it, is how it works.
To mark it with magic marker.
I make a hard success.
Yeah, I'll say you're assisting him. I will say, as you're doing that, you will have gathered samples. You would have been able to get the right things that you need as well. So you would have gathered samples along the way. But again, you just come to the same conclusion the Dr. Z has come. It definitely appears like he should have drowned, but that's not what killed him. It's definitely this piercing in the neck. I don't know how to, like, puncture in the neck.
All right. What is everybody here?
Nope.
Just Palmer and Napier.
Where did the Bowery boys go? I don't know.
They never came in.
I'm sorry, is Napier there?
I am here.
Napier's there.
Listen. There is only one logical explanation. This man is most definitely Dr. Henry Court, which leads me to believe that the man who I thought was Dr. Henry Court, despite the fact that he was my friend, was in fact not Dr. Henry Court.
Are you suggesting an imposter?
This man here has been dead for weeks.
Then who was that other gentleman?
Well, how clearly did you see him?
We spent the evening drinking with him.
Then he must be some sort of identical twin, or the man has a doppelganger or something.
I haven't
not seen this person before.
Dr.
We
Z,
did not see two of them.
Dr. Z only knows, you know that he has a sister, but he don't have a brother or anything.
Yeah, he doesn't have a brother. There's no rational explanation, but somebody is pulling the wool over our eyes as to what is going on here.
Well, Dr. Z, how long has it been since you last seen him?
GM, 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, so you definitely know if it was him or not.
I should.
Drinking with him.
But I'm trying to think if there was anything about Dr. Court that seemed off. Was
No, he seemed like the normal Dr. Court. Nothing seemed off at all.
But we have a man who was alive and drinking with us this very night, who died in front of us, and now he is here 3 weeks, rotted. The only explanation, there must be a logical explanation. I don't believe in science fiction mumbo-jumbo magic. Although mumbo-jumbo magic would explain this, I don't know. It's magical time-traveling machines or some bullshit like that. But
perhaps we should put that in the maybe box.
Somebody. You said a box. You said you saw mud.
Yeah.
I'm going off into magical science fiction again, and it's that somebody has pulled a trick on us. For what purpose? I don't know. For bad purposes, I'm sure. And who put this body here? They want him.
And where did he get mud on his shoes in the first place? GM, I have a question, please.
Yeah.
Is he wearing his shoes now?
Yep, and the shoes have mud on the bottom of them.
All right. All right, very well. If I may please, I just want to quickly run through the things I want to take samples of. I want some of his hair, including the root. I want brain matter. I want a bit of every single internal organ. I want skin, muscle, and a bone scraping.
Well, we don't have we don't have a bone saw here.
Yeah.
He's giving the guy an autopsy.
I could just scrape. I just want to scrape some off with a scalpel.
I would say you'd be able to get the hair and but you might want to move him to an actual. Well, there is an operating table in here because he turned it into a small medical.
But do we have any kind of storage for? I mean, he smells. He's obviously rotted.
There are probably you could store him. There's probably an empty box in the.
I mean, is there any refrigeration area on board the ship? Probably.
There's the kitchens. They have their own separate.
Yeah, they don't want us to put a dead body.
Well, I can tell you this: some son of a bitch seems to have taken my loot fisk, so there's at least one refrigeration unit available. And according to you people, it already smells.
I don't know what to do in this case.
Common instances, if there is a body on a boat, they do get put in the freezer. They have to remove all the ice cream and everything out of the kitchen freezer, and that's where they go.
Well, I think in this case that what we should do, we should get our samples, what we need, and then we'll have to dump the body. You know.
Does the mud from the corpse's feet match the color of the mud that we saw on deck?
Yep, from glance, it looks exactly like the same wet mud that was on the deck.
Then, okay, so I have two questions then. If we're going to throw the body overboard, which I think is our only option, I'm going to say we keep that information between us as best we can, although I'm not sure what to do with this mattress and sheet and things. But also, is anybody from local on the land that we came from? What can you tell us about the soil there?
From New Zealand?
Well, from the port where we just left. I mean, where the hell does it get mud unless it was from right there?
I don't know if any of the crew are from New Zealand. I thought only crazy people came from New Zealand.
No, none of them.
Yeah.
Wait, one of them's Australian. I don't think there's a New Zealander on the crew.
Is the outside weather getting cold? I mean, is it almost like a refrigerator outside on the deck?
No, it seems kind of middle ground. It doesn't seem as cold as it should be. It's not warm. So it's about mid-ground.
I have. Could those two be pulling some sort of incredibly elaborate prank on us?
Well, I think killing a man goes beyond prank, personally.
This makes no sense whatsoever. I have an awful headache.
I'm going to hold you there, and I'm going to go to Curtis and Hawkins.
Okay.
We left a while ago.
Yeah.
So, let's say we backed away and we kept Sam with us and we went off to our room, closed the door.
Yeah.
I put the bag that I was carrying with all the skin and whatnot over in the corner.
Yeah.
And Angus, you wanna bring up that point you were worked out?
Yeah, Sammy. You were telling us a little while ago that some folks saw Court swore up and down they saw him in two places at once, right?
Yep, he was on the ship and he was in that hotel, as far as I'm aware. And it's eyewitnesses. Put him in both locations.
And now what we're seeing is he was up on the deck, but also down here in his bed at the same time. But this almost seems like the same body, man. Now, were you crazy freaked out when we opened up the box and saw the skin of Skin of thorn. Or did you know that was in there? I mean, I know it's probably gross and stuff, but did you know it was in there?
Yeah, we know about him. We know that he has it. They've even at the Henderson base. They even have their tissue repair. Like it's a machine that kind of restores bits of tissue, burnt tissue, and all sorts.
Hang on, would that thing be able to, like,
It's
repair?
only, I know what you said. It's only really for minor things. It's not.
I'm not going to be able to like repair someone's face to look like someone else, is it?
No.
I asked you in the privately thing, but is the body wearing the same clothes that he jumped in?
Yes. He's wearing the exact same clothes.
I know it's going to sound crazy, but I think this is the quad that jumped. I think it's the same one.
So what? He magically appeared here, or you think somebody scooped him up and put him here?
Man, he was rotting, bro. Like, and the water should be freezing, so he ain't gonna rot. He's gonna freeze. He's gonna. So but the fact he's wearing the same clothes, the feet were muddy. He looks. I mean, God, we were talking to him last night.
Yeah. You know who's probably gonna know about this more than anybody else?
Yeah, Mr. Napier, Mr. like Bigfoot is real.
I was thinking the guy you pistol whipped about 2 hours ago.
Why him?
Because he uses it. He uses it. It's his thing. It's kind of the thing he does. It's his skin you got, or we got now.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we kind of
so what are you saying? He's gonna know how somehow the body turned up and
he's gonna know why somebody would save a dead body.
Yeah, but how did they get it? How did they get it back up here?
I have no idea. Big net, big scoop.
Big net, big scoop. Okay.
I work in dry land, man. I don't know nothing about pulling shit from the water.
Neither do I. I mean, Jesus.
Sammy, you got a big ass net.
Yeah.
Probably.
Is there a sub? You guys got like one of those little mini subs or something? I don't know, with the big claws on the end of it.
No.
Pick something up.
Not as far as I'm aware, unless they're hiding it down in the cargo bay.
Look, maybe we should talk to the guys. Tell them.
Yeah, we kind of need to bring him all the way up to speed.
Yeah, with all the suicides and all the kind of weird shit that's been going on, and Croft being seen in two places at once. Especially now, we just saw him basically kill himself, jump off the boat, or whatever the case was. We saw that, and now he's lying in his bed and he's rotten and he's been dead for 2 weeks, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what's going on.
Has anybody seen? Speaking of that, has anybody seen that captain again? Because
no.
They just hung themselves.
Oh yeah, we got the crew members just hung themselves. I got a bag of skin.
Yeah, I don't think I'd let that.
Yeah, let's not tell them that. That can stay between us.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, let's.
Where the captain is. Last time he was on the main deck, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Well, I think we overheard them say that there was nobody manning the ship before we came back downstairs.
By now there'll be a helmsman on the ship.
Right. Just to be clear, we felt the boat turn around twice now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you felt it move.
So we are they did go back. Maybe they found them. I don't know. Maybe they when they turned the boat around, they got them.
Maybe. Let's go fill them in.
Yeah.
But not about the box of skin.
Let's keep that. Sammy, that's between us. Okay. Okay.
So I'll just say, because you'll have gone over, so you'll be back to them as they're still conversing about it.
Yeah.
come back to that. With
Cool.
Sam.
And we'll
So you'll all-
come in
you'll all-
and close the door.
You're all together now.
We're
Hey,
all together in ankle-deep water with a dead body on a bed.
Is
that
there
correct?
any way we can get the bilge pump to get this water out of here?
Listen, before we do anything like that, me, Sammy, and Angus, we got some stuff to tell you.
What? Do you know something about this? If this is some sort of a goddamn prank,
And we don't, prank. This ain't a prank. Listen,
Great.
great prank. Yeah. I mean, listen, Sammy here informed us last night that every other member of the surveyor group has killed themselves, including two or three of the crew members last night in the crew room. Two of them.
what?
Oh my!
Holy grits.
And then the last surviving member was Crafty. And then he jumps off the boat. But also, Sammy said that people were swearing black and blue, that they saw Croft at the hotel where all the others killed themselves, and at the same time that he was on the boat here. And now we've just seen him kill himself. And then there's a body now lying on the table here, wearing the exact same clothes, I might add.
I'm completely confused. Who the hell is Croft?
It's Court, by the way.
Croft, guys, I'm still drunk, okay?
Are you saying people are committing suicide and nobody was ever going to tell the doctor that this
Look, we just, like I said, me and Angus just found out. Everyone who was in any way connected to the surveyor group has killed themselves.
Including two tonight, you just said.
Yeah, two of the crew members. They got up in the middle of the crew room while all the others slept and hung themselves.
Nobody heard it.
So what you're saying is,
Who witnessed this?
All the other crew members?
Who were the crew members who killed themselves? They were also on the survey team.
Hopkins
and Sanders.
Sanders. Yeah.
The two guys that were involved in the survey group. There was supposedly a third helicopter pilot, but we don't know who that is yet.
Yeah.
do we know the extent that they were involved in this survey?
Yeah, they were the chopper pilots. They were flying the guys in and out.
Okay.
You said there was
Like
a
I
third
said, we're-
helicopter pilot?
Yeah,
I
we
believe
know that
that's,
we know those are good.
Captain of
remember
this vessel.
The captain of the ship was a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we can get a hold of this Henderson station and find out if they're not all dying or killing themselves from some sort of an epidemic?
Sammy
Yeah,
said
well,
We could
Sammy
be-
said there's one there, yeah.
we could have been exposed to some sort of virus at this point.
I think we need to go find the captain because he's obviously going to be the next person.
The captain's a piece of shit. I trust the helmsman more than I trust the captain. He at least is sober.
Yeah, but maybe the captain's not doing too well because he's going through some stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that could be.
We need to give that. If it's some sort of psychology thing, then we need to get that psychologist.
Do you think Dr. Court might have written any of his experiences down somewhere?
Well,
I mean-
everything in here is so wet.
Do you wanna do a spot hidden around the room, because there is like a pin board as well with.
May I try
all of
another
us?
one?
Yeah, everyone can. Only one of you need to pass, really.
I did pass, just a standard.
Is that any way we
Standard.
get fucking water off the floor?
Regular pass.
Regular pass.
One.
Okay. So,
Oh,
I got the big
Angus
boy
with the
pass.
one.
hold on. So we
Sounds
get,
like that aspirin's kicking in.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever the doc gave us for the hangovers.
So,
A note written by Dr. Court addressed to Dr. Z. Dear friend, this is important. Listen to the tape. Please. Goodbye. My dear friends, Rosamond. Yours sincerely, Court.
So he's left me a message to listen to a tape. I hope the tape doesn't tell me to find a book. And the book tells me to find. We used to do these sort of treasure hunts. All right. So
Is there a tape attached?
Somehow I doubt that.
I look around for a tape recorder or tape.
Well,
Yeah.
I was by where this like little note is on the board. It does look like there was something because there seems to be a corner like there was something sellotaped to it. And it's been sellotaped off.
Right.
So you
Well,
assume
maybe
that
he
the
means-
tape might.
Maybe he means this piece of tape.
Ah,
It just looks like a piece.
Listen to the tape.
What the hell is Dr. Court using a cassette tape back in 2025?
I did mean a tape like it's like
Or like a
yeah,
right.
you know, one of the recorders that news people use and stuff like that, and people use to keep notes.
A digital recorder.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I know how those work.
is there a nightstand we can look in?
Like an
You
antique.
push a button.
Yeah, I'll look around.
Well, as Hawking's got a 1, he will have kind of said. You look in the drawers; there just seems to be like medicine and stuff. But from what you and everyone else seen, there's nothing else in here. It's just wet bits of paper that did have notes on and no longer have.
I'm gonna
there's
check
no-
his pockets.
You're gonna check his pockets.
Yeah, wearing gloves.
Here, take this.
Yeah.
I'll just say yeah. You do find something in there, and it is the tape recorder.
And I'm just shaking water out of it.
Actually, it seems perfectly fine, considering
Okay,
it's
in that case, I will press the button.
Okay. My dear friend, Dr. Zosimus, I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to try and explain everything I can before it comes for me. So, you need to understand. We went to the Henderson base. We went out to the anomaly. One of the doctors on site, they took samples of the ice, and they uncovered a sandstone staircase that led down. We found a corpse in there. And then there seems to be like 20 or 30 seconds of just like he's trying to say something, like he's saying something, but it's just static over, like it's
Okay.
Inaudible. And then it goes, so you need to get there. You need to seal that back up. Do not go anywhere near the bodies. Don't touch them. Just, my friend, I don't want you to come to any harm. It's why I told them to give you Palmer. You're my trusted friend. Just, please. And then it just cuts out before it finishes.
I'll hand the tape and stuff over to Dr. Z. Sorry for your loss, man.
The problem is all of ours. Now we are facing some sort of a disease. They uncovered something. We don't know how it's transmitted. He says don't touch the bodies, but
If they knew of this, why'd they bring us along?
that's a good question. Why are we here?
Well, I know who to ask. And I open the door. Let's go have a chat with Thornsey. Round 2.
The money? I don't think he knows anything. He's an idiot.
Okay, so
Just a quick question. What was the thing made out of sandstone again?
it was a
Staircase.
sandstone staircase that
Staircase.
went down.
Okay.
So you can assume that's probably in the middle of where that anomaly was that they saw. You don't really know. There wasn't a lot of information, and any extra information seems to be cut out. If he had any more information, you don't know.
What do we know about Piri Industries? Are they by some chance like an evil pharmaceutical company that's looking for biological weapons to destroy the world?
No,
They
as
do
far as
sleep with your fiance.
Oh, is
far as
that
you-
who she was? Was she your fiance?
Oh yeah, up until about 6 months ago, and now she's married to a fucking asshole.
Well, maybe that's what she's into.
I will say the
Not
information.
just an asshole, but some kind of freaking android asshole from what I saw.
So, from what you can gather from what you do know about Perry Industries, other than the information, is that it was obviously it's founded by two brothers, and it was all on good grounds. They wanted to go more in science. They wanted to go further in space. They wanted to progress medical stuff. They, as far as you are aware, they are a good, honest company. But then deep down, what company is good and honest? So.
Well, I just wanted to know what kind of company. You're saying that they do medical research?
Yeah, medical research, scientific research. They do a lot of. There's a lot of.
And they invited a biologist and a doctor on board, obviously, to get us to work on some sort of biological weapon.
But obviously, both of them died, and then their other brother took over. So.
And who's the older brother, or who's the other brother?
Is
that Worthington?
Amos? No, it's Amos, their brother.
The two of them died. Do we know a lot of the details of their deaths?
Amos.
Yeah, Amos. Ozymandias, if I remember from what I put, he committed suicide. And the other one, let me just get the info up. The other one, he died of a blood disease. Yeah. Leviticus died of a sudden illness, and then Ozymandias committed suicide.
I am not so sure. We need to get a hold of Henderson Station and see if they're experiencing any kind of strange. If we have found some sort of virus and released it, if it's airborne, we are all doomed.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
We may already be infected.
And if it's not airborne, it could become airborne. Unless we can find some way to stop it or cure it. What are the medical facilities at Henderson like? I don't know.
Well, listen, Court said they got it from touching the bodies by the sounds of it.
Well,
here we are.
We're going to have to find some way to isolate it and find out what it is and stop it. Otherwise, we are all going to die in the South Pole. We're going to have to quarantine it so no one comes there again.
So I have a suggestion. I think everything we are finding, I may have said this already, I don't know. I'm a bit stunned right now. I think we need to keep all of this between just us. I less and less am I trusting anyone but the people in this room.
Yeah, we'll say Worthington is with you. Sammy is with you.
Yeah, Sammy's with us, yeah.
Well, that's fine, yeah.
How do you feel, Sammy, about Robert and Olivia Carlyle?
They're stubborn, but who isn't? They're good people. To be honest, everyone on the research team I think is trustworthy. All of them were bored. Nothing was explained, not even to me, to be honest. And I'm one of the heads. I doubt the Carlyle.
I think that we should have a general meeting with all of these people, except we include the Peary people.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Did Thorne, did all those guys, did they know about all this stuff that was going on?
No, they didn't give us anything. They just said they sent a survey group. They said it's fine. They said there might not be certain things like what we're expecting, but it's still worth exploring.
So basically, they've sent us into a fucking trap.
I have suspected from the beginning that if Piri is involved, that they must be paying for this for some reason.
Paying a lot of money as well.
And Mr. Thorne's complete disregard for human life makes me think that we are all subject to...
You wouldn't think he's trying to weaponize it, would you? Whatever this virus is or something like that?
If there is money involved, then it is money. He wants to make $1 million, billion, zillion dollars.
Didn't you guys see...
everything seems to be about scientific advancement.
So basically, we're the guinea pigs.
Yeah, but didn't you guys see the video of Fawn on YouTube or whatever, where he was at this charity event, but he allegedly stole all the money and managed to...
Why are we involved with these people?
Well, I didn't know he was here.
Fawn, yeah, Fawn's not in here, but Fawn's...
Yeah, no, but I didn't know he was on the expedition.
I think you should consider mutiny and taking this ship and going all the way back to Hawaii.
Sounds good to me.
I know how to pilot it now.
All four of the Para Industries, they're coming on the expedition with us. They're here to supervise us.
Yeah, but they've all got metal exoskeletons, huh?
Only Fawn, as far as I'm aware.
What are you talking about? They're not... What are they, Terminators?
No. Only Fawn has...
I may have got into an altercation with Thorn last night. He as I said,
drunken brawling has already begun.
I may have hit him with my gun, and we found that he has a metal jaw.
Yeah, I can witness to this as well. I have a question regarding that. Does he have some metal parts under his normal skin, or does he have fake skin on his entirely metal body?
He just has that one metal plate that goes around here, and
that's what you told me.
And if you ask anyone, that's all they'll say. It's literally just that it's to cover up, and so they could push it down and put new skin over it to keep it in place.
What do you reckon we should do, Dr. Z?
What I want to do right now is sleep. We haven't had any sleep. This is insane. This is the most insane thing. This is beyond anything I could have ever imagined as insane. We have a dead body, and you say they spotted 2 Dr. Courts?
Yeah, there was one that was supposedly here on the boat, and there was one that was where the other members of the surveyor group committed suicide, which was where, Sammy?
It's a hotel. The hotel they were staying in. I don't know exactly where, but hotel.
When was this?
Jorgen, we need to go get samples from the 2 men who committed suicide. We have to be able to see if we can find some commonality among the 3 of these.
I think me and Angus should go and find the captain.
What are we going to do with that rotting body over there, though, of Dr. Court?
Well, each room has you can freeze each room. You can make it hot and you can freeze each room. With the device on the... you can turn it into its own freezer.
What? What is this?
All the rooms are fully... basically, they have these... that's why they're so warm when you walked in. You can turn it up all the way to...
Is the device in the inside of the room or the outside?
It's on the inside. It's on the inside.
So you've got to go in the room. Okay.
Yeah, you got to go.
I was going to say, otherwise Thorn's room's getting a little chilly.
Wait, so I could just go into somebody's room while they're sleeping and turn on the freeze them to death thing and leave.
I would strongly advise you not to come into mine and Angus's room when we're sleeping.
Let's turn.
Well, I have no intention of killing you, of course.
That's the thing. All your fingerprint. You just put your fingerprint on it, and then it registers your fingerprint, and then you can. So everyone on the ship can access all of them.
Well, Let's turn the temperature down in here and leave. And you go see if you can find the captain. And I am no good to any. We need to get samples from the dead bodies. Well, we're going to go do that, and
Okay.
then
Sammy goes, he's going to go sleep. I'm just going to go sleep, guys.
All right, Mr. Sami, I have a quick couple of questions. When was Dr. Court seen in two places at once?
About a few days, a week or so before you guys got to
All
his
right.
boat. He's been here for a while.
And what has been done with the bodies of the crewmen who just hung themselves?
I don't know whatever the security have done with them. I'm assuming they might have put them in the crew freezer in the kitchen. Probably. That's
Well,
probably.
Mr. Palmer, do you know this?
I haven't been updated at all from security. The head of security has detached me from them to be Dr. Z's escort.
Which
Well,
we
that
now
seems
know
to
is,
be-
was at request of Dr. Court.
The melting corpse before us who has been seen in two places at once. All right.
I'm going to go with Curtis and Hawkins to find the captain.
Okay. So, Dr. Z, Jorgen, and Palmer, are you all going to the
let's
bodies?
get some samples from the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, if you all do leave that room, and obviously you've set the temperature it will slowly go down after you've closed the door.
Can we lock it? Is there a lock mechanism?
Yeah, you can lock it from the inside and the out. But only with the key for each room. But it's like a key card. But he probably has it on his body, so. And you might have found
Oh, that sounds pleasant.
All right.
you did. I'll say you found it while you were looking.
I would suggest locking this. I mean, I don't trust Pira. I don't know their motives. I don't want anyone messing with the body in there.
Well, we don't want anybody to become contaminated either, so let's lock it up.
I will say, as you go out, the corridor seems a bit more busy. Like everyone seems to be, everyone on this expedition who's a doctor, everyone on this floor seems to be talking in the corridors, and there seems to be a lot of chatter, basically.
They're all awake at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Everyone's awake.
I do my
Everyone got
best to not smell like a rotten human.
Yeah, everyone got woken by the alarm that went off. By Palmer when he got everyone's attention.
All right.
So I'll go. So Z, Palmer, Johansson, you'll be going down to get to the crew area. Curtis, Hawkins, and Epi, you'll be going up to see the captain. So I'll go with Hawkins, Curtis, and Napier first.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to talk to anyone in the corridor.
Just to ask them where the captain would be.
Yeah.
I say first person to come across first person you'll see is let's just say it's Chen Wu. We'll say Dr. Wu he's the psychologist. He's the first person, and he'll just tell you that I just saw him on the main deck. I think he was going back to the helm.
Thanks, Wu.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay, it's okay.
We don't see anybody else.
Yeah, but by as you guys are like walking along, they all seem to be going back into their respective rooms.
Cool.
Seems to be like just like you guys. Everyone was having their own private chatter and doing their own things. And
Do I see Coral?
no, you don't see her.
Okay.
Don't see her.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah, we cruise
Okay.
on up to I guess all the way up to the helm, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. To Jorgen. So Hawkins, Curtis, and Napier, you go up. You barely see anyone. There's a few crew members like sweeping at this. There's a few awake. I think because they've been awoken and they don't really want to stay in the crew quarters.
Room, yep.
So yeah, you go straight up, and the captain's there at the helm, and the other helmsman is behind him, just watching him carefully.
Is there
Hey,
anything,
Cap.
anything strange about him as we walk in? Do we see any missing, like, I don't know, missing skin, or anything that stands out awkward?
From first glance, he just looks normal. Just from first glance, if you want to do a spot hidden or something, just see if anything's out of place.
52 on. I'll do it just in case. Just a regular pass. 52 on 60.
Yeah, the only thing you notice that his fingers have been bitten a lot, so the nails are down quite a bit. So he's obviously been nervous or something. So yeah, that's about it. The helmsman is literally just watching him because he's a bit like.
Hey, Cap. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. He literally just goes, yeah.
A little nervous there, Captain.
Yeah, wouldn't anyone after there's been 3 suicides on the
Yeah.
Dr. Court and 2 of my crew?
And it's kind of funny that all these suicides and all the other ones over the last couple of weeks have been all the people involved in the surveying group, huh? Weren't you involved in the surveying group, Captain?
What other suicides and what surveyor group?
Oh, you know, the rest of the group that all committed suicide in that hotel where, you know, Court was meant to be there when he was here. And, you know, the surveyor group that went and checked off on behalf of Peer Industries, you know, they went and checked everything out and then came back and said, it's all good for us to come back, huh? You know, I'd be pretty pissed if things weren't okay and you were taking us over there. But you wouldn't do that, Captain, would you?
Do you want to do a speech roll or some kind of speech roll that would go with that?
Like a fast talk or something like that?
Yeah, because he is trying to dodge.
Oh, 4.
Oh.
I got a 4. Oh, no, I'll do that on charm, which means I'm charming him with just with my little, you know.
Okay, yeah, I was one of the helicopter. Like, one of my crew got sick, I went over instead. I could have sent Jonesy, I could have sent any of them, but I went myself. I thought, why not? And we got there, and we helped around the station, setting things up, helping them. We didn't go out when they when they were going to the anomaly. However, me and Sanders, we were playing cards by one of the windows, and I swear there was a naked person, but none of them believed me. There was an actual naked male walking along, and I swear to God, he looked straight at us, and then he just disappeared. And then the incident happened, and yeah, things started going downhill from there. And then he kind of just stops a minute. And he's just like, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the incident there.
What incident?
You were saying about you seeing the naked guy at the when you were over there doing the surveying stuff, and then there was an incident.
What naked guy? Yeah, I went on a surveyor, but we were in there and out there quite quickly. Nothing unusual happened. I've got this headache though. I think that might be from the drink. I think I'm gonna go have a lie down.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, and he kind of just waddles off. All three of you just noticed that something occurred in that split second. That
Yeah,
he
can I
was
do like
out.
a psychology roll or something on him
Yeah.
and see if it was? Yeah, hang on, 64. That's probably unlikely to pass. Yeah, it's not a pass.
Okay. Anyone else want to try Hawkins?
I'll try a psychology roll. Seven.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, this just from looking and from what you can gather, you're not a psychological expert, but you've dealt with unusual things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like this man was talking about something, and he generally just forgot what he was like. He had split-second amnesia.
It's like someone put a.
It's almost like something told him or something like that.
Yeah.
Very unusual.
It's almost like he was speaking into a tape recorder, and then all of a sudden it was no words.
Static.
Just like the tape down in the room.
I asked the helmsman, I say, to your knowledge, are we still on course?
Yeah, we're definitely on course. I'd say we're a bit behind by a few hours, but I'd say maybe 6 days. 6 days, maybe.
Stuck on this boat. Great.
Yeah. It's a long journey. Any other questions? I kind of need to man the helm.
I feel like we should make sure the captain gets back to his room okay, and maybe there's someone who can watch him. I don't know.
Well, I can keep his door open and keep an eye on him. I won't be on the. I'll be able to. His door is literally the door is right behind his door to his.
Oh, so his room's okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll make sure the door's propped open and that the helmsman can see.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. I've always been keeping an eye on him, to be honest. So if something goes wrong, you pull the alarm, okay, and we'll come running. Yeah, of course I will.
Okay.
So, are you free gonna do anything else up here, or?
I need to go to bed.
Okay. So, Hawkins, Curtis, and Napier, you're gonna go back to your beds and possibly get some sleep. Yeah, cool.
I'm crashing out. The drunk is worn off. Now it's just the headache and the dry mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's been a hell of a night.
So I'll just say you guys go to sleep. You guys go to sleep. Go down. Go. So I'll go to Johansson back in time to Johansson and Z and Palmer as you guys will reach. You'll find that you found the kitchen and you found the freezers where the bodies are.
Okay. We're just going to take samples.
Okay.
Blood sample.
Medicine or something like that. I don't know. Whatever roll it would be.
I got a 7 out of 80. Once again, a really good roll.
Yeah, I'll say both. Between both of you, that roll will sustain both of you. So
regular pass.
Yeah, you both get the samples you need, and the bodies literally just look like they've got like a little bit of rope burn, so they look like round, and it's definitely like their neckers.
And doing a cursory overview, is there anything that looks unusual? A wound, something that would tell us that it might be something pharmacological?
No wounds, but there are mud on their shoes. There's mud on them.
Mud on the shoes.
Yep.
How the fuck did they get mud on their shoes? Wait, where does my accent go? Now it's back. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. I'm suddenly not Greek. What is with the mud? Where are they getting this mud?
Maybe we should check out their quarters. Maybe something could turn up there.
Like their dead bodies rotting for 3 weeks? Good Jesus Christ.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I want to go to bed. All right, let's go check their fucking rooms. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna go.
So you guys go to their rooms, and yeah, the rope's already been taken down, and the chairs have been moved. There's nothing, no muddy footprints, no nothing. The chairs are to one side, and there's no mud on the chairs either. Just from a quick glance.
Do they have like a journal or anything? Maybe they listed some of weird headaches they had, or I don't know.
Do you wanna do a spot hidden?
Reaching.
Yeah. Why don't you grab their stuff?
No.
I'll do a spot hidden also. I got a 13 out of, where's my spot hidden? Out of 55. So almost an extreme, but not quite.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to have any journals, but it seems to be each bunk they bunked on the same bunk bed, and there just seems to be the same minimalist stuff around.
All right.
But there doesn't seem to be anything out of ordinary.
Well, Doctor, I think that we should go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah. While we were examining the bodies, I would like to just have looked for like track marks or injection points between the toes or fingers.
No, nothing like that. No drag marks, no nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing unusual, nothing to say. It's unusual the fact they have mud on their boots and there's no mud in the room.
That's very odd.
It's very odd. Does it look like they've been dead for just a few hours?
Yeah, they look like they've been dead for a few hours.
All right. Well, good night, Dr. Johansson. Come along, David. Let's go to bed.
Good night, Dr. Johansson.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I feel like I've been taking crazy pills.
This just doesn't make any sense, Doc.
I haven't.
You are supposed to take the ones that make you not crazy.
Yeah, I know, but I've got the bottle of crazy pills, and I feel like I've been taking them, and everybody else has been taking them too.
So yeah, I'll just say after that you've all gone to bed. I would say you wake up like midday maybe. Because
that sounds right.
All of you as you wake up, you hear like people moving around and stuff like that. So people are getting up, and yeah, there don't seem to be anything until I'm assuming you'll all get dressed and stuff and have a shower and get ready and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could break here. What I'll do is I'll just end it on this. So I'll just say that you get dressed and all that. You probably had breakfast or whatever, or brunch. And you just hear over the Tannoy system. Can everyone on the research team please make their way up on the main deck? We need to discuss some incidents from last night. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, so we'll break there.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Our players included John Byram, Michael Ray, Stuart Lively, Zane Fleming, Cthulhu Bob, and myself, with Josh Harwood as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 5 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck. Good gaming.